Hey, how's it going? So for today's video, I wanted to rank all the games that 100% this year. Now, when it comes to the ranking, I'm going off of a few things here. 1, how much I enjoyed it. 2, how hard the achievements themselves were. And 3, if the game had any bugs or performance issues. Also, the placements inside said tier don't matter. Some of these completions were done on stream and some others were done in my personal time. Again, this is just my personal experience and thoughts on these, so if you agree or disagree with any of the rankings, let me know in the comments below. And with all that out the way, here's how the rankings went. So I guess we just start with Cyberpunk. So Cyberpunk was, I actually had played it before, but I had to go back and do like a whole nother playthrough. And I think all the achievements were fairly easy. And this was playing with no mods. Yeah, that was the last one we had to start a whole new run for. Honestly, most of these you could easily do in the same save file. I don't think you had to restart the game for each ending. You could just start from the previous point. I think the worst part was waiting for the NCPD scanners, doing all those. So yeah, I mean, a lot of these achievements were fairly easy to do. Also, this was just an amazing game. I don't think I really encountered any bugs while playing or any glitches, and I really want to put it in S, to be honest, just because I enjoy the game so much. Even my VTuber model is literally Cyberpunk theme, so in my stream is, so I guess we'll put it in S. So up next we have Dishonored, which amazing. It's basically a DLC or an expansion, but it was actually super fun. This game was actually really good. I think the worst part was having to start a whole new playthrough to do some of these, because some of them you can't do in New Game Plus, but overall the game itself isn't too difficult. And there was actually a really fun achievement. Yeah, Perfect Crime. This one was really cool. So you basically had to empty the entire vault without tampering any of the security systems, leaving everyone unharmed. Actually fairly easy. So I think I'm gonna put this one in A though. Dispatch, I don't think we gotta really think about that one. Most of the achievements are fairly easy. Well, I mean, the only hard one is Hacked by Robert, but there's multiple guys out there telling you when the hacks need to be done. So this is fairly easy. Like, this game is like, if you wanted to get into like achievement hunting and wanted to start out, you could easily do this. The only downside I will say that did suck though is that you have, at minimum, I'm pretty sure you have to do 3 playthroughs. And then these ones are kind of RNG, because this says choose the least popular item in the store and they could change. It's probably not as bad now that most people have played it and it's evening out, but other than that, really easy game. And you can't skip the dialogue after your first couple playthroughs, so by the time you get to the 3rd playthrough, you're kind of like ready just to go on. But other than that, an amazing game. I'm just gonna put Batman in. This is another Telltale game actually, so we got 2 games back to back. This one is like, I don't think you can miss any of the achievements. So achievement wise, it's easy. It's literally just, you just complete the chapters. It is like impossible to somehow miss these. It wasn't that memorable, to be honest, and I mean, it was a Telltale game, so it was good, but it was just, because it's not really as memorable, I'm gonna put in B. All right, next up we have Doom: The Dark Ages, which y'all might hate me for this one, but I thought this game was just okay. I honestly, it was not. I think because I liked Eternal so much more, it's hard for me to be like, oh, this game is amazing, you know? I think Eternal is still my favorite so far that I've played out of them. So yeah, I think we're just gonna put this one in A, just because it was a good game. It was solid. Had some performance issues, but it wasn't as, I didn't care for the movement system and the style they wanted for this game. Next is Incantation. This is actually going to be the first C tier. This game wasn't like the movie. I honestly thought that it was going to be a lot more intense and scary like the movie, but it felt more like a walking simulator than a horror game. It did get some scares out of me. It did jump scare me here and there, but now the achievements themselves aren't very difficult, and the nice part is that the progress does carry over. So like earlier I missed all the sutras, and you can go chapter by chapter and it will always keep it remembered, which was nice, because I was worried I would have to do a whole new playthrough just to grab like one item in like chapter 1, and then it's like I had everything else though, and it was just, yeah, so it wasn't so bad, but it was just okay. Papers, Please. Oh, go to game. Love Papers, Please. I think most of these were fairly easy. Some of them are just different endings. Like these ones are different endings, and then collecting the coins. I fucked this one up so many times. The hired rifle. I kept missing the dude. It's actually fairly easy. We got it in 15 hours. You can probably do it faster if you just follow a guide. But we'll put in it's a solid A tier game. I mean, it's a classic. Resident Evil 4 as a go-to game. that's an amazing game right there. Okay, clear the game on the highest difficulty, acquire all the costumes. That one wasn't hard, and then all these other ones were just like story based, but completing on the hardest difficulty, I think I didn't like the tank controls or the original control style for Resident Evil. I think the hardest difficulty on the original OG4 is not as bad as the other one. Factory, it's just an okay game. It's one of those like anomaly games. Like you had to wait to get the variation, and then you could do each of these quests. It does kind of get old after a while. That's why it's only like a 2-hour playtime game. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it in B. It's not. I think it's only a couple dollars, so you're not losing out on a whole lot. Wu Chang, we'll put it in A. I didn't care for the last two endings, or there's two endings, these two. The Bound by Fate and the Dream Sweet to See. These two endings, to achieve them, you do the same exact thing throughout the entire game. You do the same quest line, except for after you beat the final boss, or one of them you consume the ring and one of them you don't. That's all you do. So you basically have to replay the entire game doing the same thing, except for one thing different to get a whole different ending. And that to me just is like, it's like that's just a waste of time. That's not, so you have to do 4 whole playthroughs. Yeah, this one wasn't bad, but it was a really good game though. It was actually super fun. Punch Showdown. This game. So like achievement wise, I wouldn't say it's hard. The only hard achievement in this is the having 5 level 50 hunters at the same time. Oh, and retire 25 hunters. So those kind of go hand in hand. Now, gameplay wise and like actual just rating the game, it's so hard because like when they came out with the Post Malone event, that was good, even though it was so weird to see Post Malone and Hunt Showdown. And it's like, I want to rank it an S because of how unique the game itself is. I used to have really bad issues, and then they dropped the 1896 updates and it got worse. But now it's a lot better now. So I think we're just gonna leave it an 8 here for now. So Dark Descent needed doing the last few achievements. So completing the game on hard wasn't so bad because when you die, you at least had a save point. It was just dying before getting your first save point. That was the worst part. Honestly, it's a crazy good game. I think it's gotta go in S. I don't have Rebirth on here because I haven't fully completed it yet. So sorry about that. Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs. Short game. There's only one missable achievement. There's only 7 in total, and you have to collect all the journals, I think. It's a good game. I like it didn't really feel as scary as the Dark Descent or the Bunker, but it felt more disturbing. It was just extremely disturbing and dark. So I think it's a solid A tier pick. Bunker, I'm gonna put an S. I love old war style games. Those are key to my heart right there. Honestly, replaying it and doing the achievements, I had so much fun. This one, I like that it randomized the items. Running around the map and getting chased by the AI felt a lot like Alien Isolation. So I think I'm gonna leave that one in S. I feel pretty confident in that. So Bendy and the Ink Machine and Bendy and the Dark Revival. There's one issue I have with this game, and so basically you have to load the game up during, I think, the 25th or 27th to October 31st, and you have to go to a specific area in the game and do something, and then you get the achievement. It's not that it's hard, it's the fact that it's time gated. We end up waiting till October, and then that's when I actually went and played this one as well. Both of these games were really good. I think I prefer the Dark Revival. I like the gameplay loop of Dark Revival. Bendy and the Ink Machine was good though. I feel like Bendy in this game was much more scarier though. I didn't care for how the Dark Revival, he just kind of manifested and then you would just hide in the locker. This one he would spawn in and walk around and kind of check for you. So I kind of want to rate them the same. I think we're just going to put them in A. I mean, they just both good games. Firewatch. The story wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like the story caught me so off guard on like what actually happens. I still don't even know what the real canon ending is. And it's got very short and easy achievements. No, I don't think I had issues with any of them. Oh, the turtle. Yeah, the turtle despawns. You have to be careful. If you don't pick him up in time, he despawns and you have to reload the area. It was just okay. Angerfoot. Okay, this game is absolutely wild. The soundtrack, absolute. We're gonna ignore these two games.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
The soundtrack, anyway, just running and gunning. It's kind of like a kind of plays like Doom. I think the only thing I didn't like was to earn every star. This one I hated. This achievement sucked. All the other ones were easy, so I think we're gonna put it in B. Don't think I'd want to play Angerfoot 2. Iron Life, I enjoyed this. We'll put it in A. DLC was fun. I actually enjoyed the DLC a lot. The mod bounty hunter forms, that took a while. That sucked. Everything else was fairly easy. It was all collectible, so Fun game, funny lines. It's a goofy little game. I think they're coming out with the second one as well, so we'll have to give that a shot as well. Jusant. It's a nice little platforming game. It's not difficult. I mean, there are missable achievements, but you can actually go back and load each chapter and it tells you what you're missing. So thank you for letting me be able to go back and grab anything that I might have missed. Other than that, it's all stuff that you basically get from playing the game. I don't think I would have played it if it wasn't for the A to Z challenge. So for the frequency, we'll just put it in B tier. I think the first playthrough, it's one of those games where it's like, oh, it's fun for the first playthrough, but then after it's not as fun, especially when you have to listen to the same dialogue over again. And I don't like that you have to do 3 runs for this one, I'm pretty sure. Unless you do a guided run, then I think you only need 2, but it was a fun game. The dialogue wasn't too bad, so we'll leave that one to be. Amenti, it's like a photorealistic horror game, I want to say. I don't know, is that right description? It's only got 5 achievements. I think you can miss these, but it's very hard to miss them, as you can see. I think, yeah, this one was kind of glitched for some people. We got lucky. It's a very short game. How long did it take to be? I think 2 hours. Oh, it took an hour. I mean, the achievements were hard. I feel like C's a little too low. Fierce Fathom, I'm putting that in S. Those games were so much fun. I love those games. I'm just going to include them all together. You know, I mean, some of these you can't miss. If I did have to rank them individually, though, real quick, I think what I'm going to do, it'd have to be episode 3, then Ironbark, then Woodbury, then episode 1, then Norwood Hitchhike. This one was just okay. Everforward, didn't understand the story. After looking at it, like, okay, it does make sense now. So we're just gonna put it in, yeah, B tier. Elden Night Rain, I'm gonna just put in A, I think. I don't know, I kind of want to put in S. Night Rain was really good. This one's easy. Defeat a Night Lord with each character. This is just a Night Lord, not the Night Lord. So if you're worried about this achievement, you just have to beat like whoever the easiest is. So usually Augur. And most of these you do just by playing the game. Chris, it's a good game. I'll put an A. I didn't care for finding the fucking flamingos. I didn't care for that achievement. It's another short game. Only takes a couple hours. I do like the story. It's a lot like Expedition 33, where it's about loss, dealing with the stages of grief and depression. So story-wise, it's an amazing game. Yeah, I think it's a solid A tier for me. Oblivion, good game. I think at one point it did break, and I had to actually reload a save because every time I opened the door, it would crash. Most of them were just reaching the defender ranks or reaching the different ranks in the different guilds was probably the most grindiest part. But the game itself is not hard. Is there anything in here that's actually difficult? Yeah, solid game. Fort Solace, and it wasn't honestly, for a walking simulator, is really good. But after the first playthrough, I was pretty much over it. And also the fact that one achievement was glitched and I should have gotten it on my first. So there's an achievement in there where there's 2 of them that are notoriously glitched and they never got patched, which I don't understand. I had to do this 3 times. So I think actually for that, I'm going to put it in C tier. Just because I hated having to redo the same stuff and deal with the same slow walking. But it's one of those one playthrough only kind of games. It doesn't really have much replayability. Blair Witch will also put in C. This game was not really that scary, to be honest. And I didn't care for the main character and his whole plot line. Collecting all the pictures wasn't so bad, so you do have to do a second playthrough if you do miss stuff. It doesn't carry over, sadly. The game at first did feel scary when you first started walking around the forest, and then it gets dark really quickly. But then after, it kind of loses its edge, and it just turns more into a walking simulator in the forest, which, I don't know, for it being called Blair Witch, it didn't really feel like Blair Witch. Number 58, solid B tier, short. Yeah, I enjoyed the achievements. This game scared the shit out of me. The achievements weren't bad either. They were all fairly easy. Obviously, this is going to be top no matter what. Achievement wise, there's 2 things in this game that are difficult. Simon and the volleyball game. The gestural volleyball game. That fuck-ass challenge, man. None of these other achievements were hard. Trying to beat Simon took me so long. It took me a good couple hours. You really need to play this if you haven't. This is literally, I mean, it swept every award at the Game Awards for a reason. Even if you don't like turn-based games, you might like this one. I only did one playthrough. I need to do another playthrough and try the DLC since they did drop that for free. This game was absolutely amazing. It literally made me cry. This game is literally just the best one out of all of these. But yeah, I think I like these rankings for all the games that I got 100% in. Anyways, that's all for today's video. So let me know what you think of the rankings and what games you completed this year. I'm excited to start achievement hunting again in January. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.